All right, today Sharp Does Math. We're multiplying a fraction and a whole number here, and it could be flip-flopped either way. We could have 12 times 1/3 or 1/3 times 12, and it's solved the same way. One thing that I want to point out to you is when you have a whole number 12 and you want to turn that into a fraction, all you have to do is put that whole number over 1. So when you have a 12 here, you could put 12 over 1. If you had a 6, 6 over 1. If you had a 9, 9 over 1. If you had 1023, put it over 1. Okay, that's how you turn a whole number into a fraction. Now, for these particular problems, you can do that. I don't think it's really necessary, and I'll show you why, okay? When I take my whole number here, all I'm going to do is multiply by the numerator and then divide by the denominator. So if I do that, 12 times 1 is 12. And if I take 12 and divide it by 3, my answer is 4, right? Let me show you in a model. So let's start with my whole number 12. Okay? This rectangle represents the whole number 12. So if I'm going to cut it into thirds, each of those thirds is going to be 4. 4, 8, 12. That gives me my total, okay? And my numerator says we're only looking at one of those thirds. So there, it's 4. If I had times 2/3, I'd be looking at these two, so it would be 8, okay? In this case, we just had 1. The most simple way I can teach you to do this is to take your whole number, multiply it by the top, and divide by the bottom. So multiply by the numerator, divide by the denominator. So I'll show you a couple times. So if I had, let's say I had 20, and I want to multiply that by 3/5, okay? I could do 20 times 3, which is 60, and 60 divided by 5 would be equal to 12, okay? The other way to do that, make a model, okay? Here's my model. It represents my whole number 20. My denominator is 5, so I'm going to try and cut this into 5 equal parts. And we all should know that 20 divided by 5 is 4. And then look, my numerator is 3. So I'm going to look at 3 of these, 3 of those fifths, and 4 plus 4 plus 4 is 12. So there's my 12 again, right there, okay? Another way you could do it, it just depends. You could always divide by the denominator first and then multiply the numerator. So 20 divided by 5 is 4. 4 times 3 is 12. So you can multiply, then divide, or divide, then multiply, or you can make model. There's lots of ways to figure it out, okay? The easiest way, skip the models, okay? Either multiply by the numerator and then divide, or divide first and then multiply. So I'm going to do a couple more. I'll put a couple up here at the same time. So let's go 9 times 1/3, and I'll also go 3/4 times 24. Okay? So I'm going to multiply first on this one, and I'll divide first on that one. Okay? So again, multiply by the numerator, divide by the denominator. 9 times 1 is 9. 9 divided by 3 is 3. And that's my whole. If you cut 9 into 3 equal pieces, you'd have 3. Here, I'm going to divide first now. 24 divided by 4 is 6. 6 times 3 is 18. Okay? 3/4. If you took 24 and we cut it into fourths, So 24 divided by 4, that's 6, 6, 6, 6. And you had 3 of them, 3 there. 6 plus 6 plus 6, there's your 18. Okay, so multiply by the numerator, divide by the denominator, and you will have your answer.